None of us are involved in my husband's murder. None of us.
But here's what nobody is connecting. While Erika Kirk was denying involvement and positioning herself as the grieving widow, Charlie Kirk's actual will was sitting in a lawyer's office with a name that would change everything.
The fact that we were able to pull off an event of a century, it's just insane. We had over 275,000 people
laughing about merch sales at your dead husband's memorial while blocking his sister from speaking. And now we know why she didn't want Mary Kirk anywhere near that microphone.
I'm glad he didn't suffer. Excuse me. No one deserves to suffer. But him of all people.
Because according to Candace Owens and Charlie Kirk's own lawyer, Erika Kirk was never supposed to be CEO. Charlie's will named someone else, someone Erika has been fighting to keep silent, someone who could dismantle everything she's built since September 10th, his sister, Mary Kirk, and the documents proving it just went public. The biggest cover-up in conservative media just got exposed, and it all centers around one question. Why is Erika Kirk sitting in Charlie Kirk's CEO chair when his own will says she shouldn't be there? Candace Owens just dropped a bomb that's sending shockwaves through the entire organization. She's revealed that Charlie Kirk's legal team has confirmed what many suspected all along. Charlie Kirk's will explicitly names his sister, Mary Kirk, as the rightful CEO and successor of Turning Point USA, not Erika, not some random board appointee, his sister. And suddenly, everything that's happened since September 10th makes perfect sense. The rushed appointment, the blocked memorial speech, the internal chaos, the firings, all of it was designed to keep one person away from what was legally hers, Mary Kirk. Let's break down exactly what Candace revealed, because this isn't speculation anymore. This is documented. Charlie Kirk sat down with his legal team and made his wishes crystal clear. In the event of his death, Turning Point USA would be led by someone he trusted with his legacy, someone who shared his blood, someone who couldn't be bought or controlled by donors, Mary Kirk. Not the woman who was allegedly cheating on him, not the woman who would later celebrate merch sales at his memorial, not the woman who insiders say he was planning to divorce, his sister. And here's where it gets even more explosive. Candace Owens isn't just revealing this information and walking away. She's launched an entire movement demanding that Turning Point USA honor Charlie's actual will. She's calling it what it is, a hostile takeover that violated Charlie's final wishes. And she's making it clear that Erika Kirk has zero legal standing to be sitting in that position.
Why? Why on earth would Erika Kirk make sense to make the CEO? Okay? Makes no sense, right?
Ladies and gentlemen, I've seen enough. Erika Kirk should be dragged into a police precinct for questioning.
People have been asking this question since day one. How does someone with no prior leadership experience, no deep connection to the organization's founding principles, and a track record of controversy just slide into the CEO role 5.5 days after her husband dies? The answer is simple. She wasn't supposed to. According to the timeline Candace has been piecing together with Charlie's legal team, the appointment of Erika Kirk happened so fast because it had to. If they waited, if they let the will go through probate, if they gave Mary Kirk time to step forward, the whole plan falls apart. So they moved quick, uncontested, smooth, like it was always the plan. But it wasn't the plan. Charlie's plan was his sister. Now, let's talk about who Mary Kirk actually is, because this is where the story gets really interesting. Most people had never even heard her name until after Charlie died. She's not a political operative. She's not a media personality. She's lived her entire life away from the spotlight that consumed her brother. Mary Kirk is the daughter of Robert Kirk, an architect, and Catherine Kirk, a mental health counselor. Same parents as Charlie, same upbringing, same household, but she took a completely different path. She graduated from the University of Illinois at Chicago in 2019 with a degree in art history, criticism, and conservation. She works as a gallery assistant and runs her own art consulting business. Her world is galleries, exhibitions, culture, not rallies, not political warfare, not donor meetings. And politically, she leans progressive, the complete opposite of the direction Erika has been trying to steer TPUSA. Which raises the question, why would Charlie name her as his successor if their politics don't align? Because legacy isn't about politics. It's about trust. It's about blood. It's about knowing someone can't be compromised. And Charlie clearly believed his sister was the one person who would protect what he built without selling it out to the highest bidder. Think about it. Charlie spent years watching people around him get bought, influenced, controlled. He saw how donors pulled strings, how media figures played games, how even people he thought were allies like Ben Shapiro were allegedly working to undermine him behind the scenes. Charlie knew he was surrounded by people who didn't have his best interests at heart, people who saw him as a tool, not a person, people who wanted control over his platform, his audience, his influence. And when it came time to decide who would carry his legacy forward, he chose the one person who had nothing to gain from his empire, the one person who didn't need his money, his fame, or his movement, his sister. And that's exactly why Erika moved so fast to shut her out. Because if Mary Kirk steps into that CEO role, the first thing she's going to do is ask questions. Questions about the life insurance policy with the dissolved LLC. Questions about why Phillips, Erika's ex-boyfriend, is suddenly running college tours. Questions about the alleged affair. Questions about the secret meeting at Fort Wooka military base the night before Charlie died.
Him the picture of Cabot Phillips, and he says, yes, that's the person I remember being at the base. Now I'm like, that would be totally crazy. Maybe, again, this could be a lookalike.
Questions about why a $350,000 annual premium life insurance policy was taken out on Charlie in 2023, with the LLC dissolving just 3 days before he was assassinated. Questions about why TPUSA sent $350,000 to that same LLC in mid-2024. Questions about who benefited when Charlie died and how much they walked away with. Mary Kirk has no reason to protect Erika, no reason to cover for her, no reason to keep the ugly truth buried. And that's exactly why she was blocked from speaking at Charlie's memorial. Because the moment she gets a microphone, the entire narrative Erika has been carefully constructing starts to crumble.
The fact that we were able to pull off an event of a century, like, it's just insane. We had over 275,000 people.
That's Erika, laughing and celebrating merch sales during her husband's memorial, calling it the event of the century. Not a tragedy, not a loss, an event, a business opportunity. And Mary Kirk wasn't allowed to say a single word. You don't block a sibling from speaking at their brother's memorial unless you're afraid of what they might say, unless you know they have information that could destroy you, unless you're sitting in a position that was never meant to be yours. And now, thanks to Candace Owens and Charlie's legal team, we know exactly why Mary was silenced, because she's the rightful CEO. She's the one Charlie chose. And Erika knew it. But here's where this gets even messier. According to insiders, Erika didn't just take the CEO position. She's been systematically dismantling anyone who questions her, firing employees, silencing dissent, creating an environment where people are too afraid to speak up.
With the organization since 2021, so my boss, Andrew Colvett, and I had a very close working relationship. I talked with him on a weekly, if not daily basis.
That's Aubrey Leck, a PR staffer who says she was fired simply for asking questions. And within minutes of her posting a 13-minute video exposing what happened, Candace Owens amplified it. Because Candace knows what's happening. She knows Erika is trying to control the narrative by eliminating anyone who might tell the truth. And it's not just Aubrey. Reports are swirling about internal leaks, ideological clashes, employees not agreeing on the direction TPUSA is heading. Some sources claim it was 30 to 40 people fired. Others say it was more like 3 or 4. But even 3 or 4 firings in a tight circle sends a message: fall in line or get out. But here's the problem for Erika. You can fire employees. You can control the staff. You can manipulate the media. But you can't rewrite a will. You can't erase legal documents. And you can't stop a sister from fighting for what's rightfully hers. Because according to reports, Mary Kirk isn't just sitting back and accepting this. She's preparing to take Erika to court. She's ready to challenge the CEO appointment. She's ready to expose how Erika stepped into a role that was never meant to be hers. And with Candace Owens backing her, with Charlie's legal team confirming the will, with a growing movement demanding that TPUSA honor Charlie's wishes, this is about to become a full-scale legal war. And Candace isn't playing around. She's publicly called out Erika's leadership. She's questioned the official story around Charlie's death. She's aired private footage. She's amplified whistleblowers. She's connecting dots that paint a very disturbing picture of what really happened behind the scenes.
Erika Kirk was having an affair. Charlie hired a private investigator to kind of follow her and see what was going on, and then he took her out of the will.
So now we're looking at a situation where Charlie allegedly discovered Erika was cheating on him, possibly with her ex-boyfriend Phillips, who just so happens to work for Ben Shapiro, the same Ben Shapiro that Charlie believed was actively trying to destroy his career. Charlie allegedly hired a private investigator. He allegedly removed Erika from his will, and then, conveniently, he's gone. And And less than a week later, Erika is CEO. The wedding photo is removed from his office. Phillips is running Charlie's college tours. And Mary Kirk, the person Charlie actually named as his successor, is silenced. You cannot make this up. But wait, it gets worse. Because if Erika knew she was written out of the will, if she knew Charlie was onto her, if she knew her affair was exposed and her marriage was over, then what exactly was her incentive to keep Charlie alive? According to auditor Brian Ferentz, a massive life insurance policy was taken out on Charlie in 2023. The premiums were $350,000 a year, paid by an LLC called GGLF. For someone like Charlie, young, healthy, non-smoker, non-drinker, a policy with those premiums usually comes with a $20 to $50 million death benefit. But here's the sketchy part. The LLC that paid those premiums, it was dissolved on September 7th, 2025, 3 days before Charlie was assassinated. 3 days. And the beneficiary of that policy, hidden, sealed. But we can all guess who walked away with millions.
He didn't suffer. Excuse me. No one deserves to suffer. But him, of all people.
Does that sound like genuine grief to you? Or does that sound like someone who just got exactly what they wanted? So now, let's put all the pieces together. Charlie names his sister Mary as CEO in his will. He discovers Erika is having an affair. He hires a private investigator. He removes Erika from his will. A massive life insurance policy exists with Erika likely as the beneficiary. The LLC managing that policy dissolves 3 days before he dies. Charlie is assassinated. Erika becomes CEO 5.5 days later, uncontested. Mary is blocked from speaking at the memorial. Employees who ask questions are fired, and Candace Owens reveals the will that proves Mary was always meant to lead. This isn't a family dispute. This is a hostile takeover. This is the erasure of a dead man's final wishes. This is Erika Kirk sitting in a chair that legally belongs to someone else. And now, Candace Owens is leading a movement to make sure Charlie's will is honored. She's demanding that Mary Kirk be installed as the rightful CEO of Turning Point USA. She's exposing Erika's illegitimacy. She's rallying support from people who believe Charlie's legacy is being destroyed by the woman who allegedly betrayed him. And the momentum is building because people are starting to realize that this isn't just about leadership. This is about justice. This is about making sure that a man who dedicated his life to his organization doesn't have his final wishes trampled by someone who allegedly cheated on him, allegedly profited from his death, and allegedly stole a position that was never meant to be hers. Mary Kirk may not have the political background. She may not have the media experience, but she has something Erika will never have. Charlie's trust, his blood, his legal endorsement. And if Candace Owens has her way, she's about to have his organization too. So the question now is, will TPUSA do the right thing? Will they honor the will? Will they step aside and let Mary Kirk take her rightful place? Or will Erika fight to hold on to power, even if it means dragging this into a courtroom and exposing every dirty secret along the way? Because if this goes to court, everything comes out. The affair, the life insurance, the dissolved LLC, the secret meetings, the text messages between Charlie and Candace about Ben Shapiro, all of it. And something tells me Erika knows that, which is why she moved so fast, which is why Mary was silenced, which is why employees are being fired, because the truth is the one thing Erika can't control. But Candace Owens just released it anyway, and now the entire world is watching.